When people hear the word wolf, they often think of danger, darkness, and fear. For centuries, wolves have been portrayed as villains, monsters hiding in the shadows, waiting to attack. But the truth about wolves is very different. Wolves are not mindless killers. They are intelligent, emotional, and deeply social animals with one of the strongest family structures in the wild. Today, on Wild Truth, we uncover the real story of wolves, who they truly are, how they live, and why they may be one of the most misunderstood animals on Earth. Wolves do not survive alone. Their entire existence is built around family. A wolf pack is not a random group. It is usually a family unit consisting of parents and their offspring. Contrary to popular belief, packs are not ruled by constant violence. Leadership comes from experience, not aggression. Parents guide, protect, and teach younger wolves how to hunt, communicate, and survive. Older wolves care for pups, bring them food, and even defend them at the cost of their own lives. In the wild, family is everything. One of the biggest myths about wolves is the idea of the alpha wolf. In reality, wild wolf packs are not dominated by aggressive alphas. They are led by parents, much like human families. The term alpha came from early studies of captive wolves, not wild ones. In captivity, wolves showed unnatural aggression due to stress and confinement. In the wild, cooperation replaces domination. This misunderstanding has shaped how humans fear wolves unfairly. Wolves are not just strong, they are strategic thinkers. They plan hunts, test prey, and communicate constantly. A hunt is rarely random. Wolves observe their prey, identify the weakest target, and coordinate movements silently. Each wolf has a role. They also adapt quickly. If a strategy fails, they change it. This level of intelligence puts wolves among the smartest animals in the wild. Howling is not just noise. Wolves use a complex language of howls, growls, whines, body posture, facial expressions. A howl can mean, "This territory is occupied." "Where are you?" "I am alone." "Danger is near." Each wolf has a unique voice. Pack members can recognize each other from miles away. Communication keeps the family together and alive. Wolves feel attachment, stress, grief, and joy. When a pack member dies, wolves have been observed staying near the body, howling softly, and refusing to leave. Pups separated from their parents show signs of distress. Parents search relentlessly for missing young. These behaviors are not instinct alone. They are emotional responses. Wolves bond deeply, sometimes for life. Despite their reputation, wolves rarely attack humans. In fact, documented wolf attacks are extremely rare compared to other animals. Most wolves avoid human contact entirely. Fear has been fueled by folklore, movies, and misinformation, not reality, ironically. Humans pose the greatest threat to wolves, not the other way around. Wolves are keystone species. Their presence controls prey populations, which protects vegetation and entire ecosystems. One of the most famous examples occurred in Yellowstone National Park. When wolves were reintroduced, rivers changed course, forests recovered, and biodiversity increased. This phenomenon is called a trophic cascade. Remove wolves, and nature collapses. Many wolf pairs mate for life. They raise pups together, hunt together, and defend each other. If one partner is injured, the other helps provide food. This loyalty is rare in the animal kingdom. It is not dominance that holds wolves together. It is trust. Once widespread across the world, wolves have lost much of their habitat. Hunting, fear, and misinformation have pushed them toward extinction in many regions. In some areas, wolves are protected. In others, they are still hunted. Their future depends on understanding, not fear. Wolves are not villains. They are parents, teachers, strategists, and survivors. They remind us that strength does not always come from aggression. Sometimes It comes from unity. This is the wild truth about wolves. And once you understand them, you may never see them the same way again. As we reach the end of this story, one truth becomes clear. Wolves are not the creatures fear taught us to believe in. They do not hunt out of cruelty. They do not live by chaos. They do not destroy without reason. Wolves live by balance. In the wild, every action has a consequence. And wolves understand this better than most animals. They know when to hunt and when to stop. They know when to fight and when to walk away. Survival for a wolf is not about dominance. It is about harmony with the land they depend on. Wolves teach their young patiently. Pups are not forced into danger. They are guided toward it, step by step. Mistakes are allowed. Learning is constant. This is not the behavior of a monster. It is the behavior of a teacher. When food is scarce, wolves share. When one is injured, the pack slows down. When a member is lost, the pack feels it. In a world driven by instinct, wolves show restraint. In a world defined by survival, they show empathy. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding about wolves is this. People believe they represent danger. But in reality, wolves represent order. They keep ecosystems alive. They prevent overpopulation. They protect forests, rivers, and grasslands. Without knowing it, when wolves disappear, imbalance follows. Nature suffers silently. And yet, wolves are blamed for problems they did not create. For centuries, stories painted wolves as villains. Fear passed from generation to generation. Myths replaced facts. But the wild tells a different story. A story of loyalty, of intelligence, of family. Wolves do not seek conflict with humans. They seek space. They seek quiet. They seek survival, just like every other living being. Understanding wolves does not mean romanticizing them. They are predators. They are powerful. They are wild. But power does not equal evil. The real danger lies in misunderstanding, because what we fear, we often destroy. And what we destroy, we may never be able to restore. Wolves remind us of something we often forget. Strength does not have to be loud. Leadership does not require force. And survival does not demand cruelty.